the woman you're with will determine what or who you'll become. You gotta have a girl who on her shit. You gotta have a girl who challenges you mentally. If you really, you know what I'm saying, doing that, but like a lot of guys don't have that. So I see why they single, why they players, why they don't want to fuck with a lot of these girls. Cause if they ain't challenging him or adding to his system, then she's of no value. Being cute is not valuable. I don't know who's telling these young women that all you have to do is have looks and a fat ass, some titties, and this and that, and you're going to secure a man. It does not work like that. Because after that man hits a few times, you are absolutely nothing if you're not valuable to his system. If I was to tell my daughter something, I would say the only way you're going to secure a man is if you add to his system and you can't be replaced. If you smart and you a woman, if he's a basketball player, you need to be making him whatever, a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich every morning, something he can't miss. You need to have his goddamn socks ready, his shorts ready, his shoes ready. You need to add stupid value to that man to where you locked him in. It's almost like a spell. You can lock a man in that way. Being submissive and supportive is how you lock men in.
You wanna ride, well buckle up, you never know. Spitting game, we talking banks, call that a show. Finessing is my thing, I had to let them know. Patience, you've been waiting. Talk about it, what's on your mind? Profit, peace, and progress has to focus on the grind. Talk about it, what's on your mind? It's the late night special.
This is the late night special. This your boy Aristole, and I'm here to talk about an important topic, man. So today I posted, and I'm gonna tell you my exact post, my exact words. I said, you're over the age of 22, and you're still living with your parents, you need to start taking life serious. So why do I say this? Some people would say, okay, you arrogant for mentioning something while you're getting money support to the less fortunate, right? So sometimes they want people to feel like, okay, because you got a lot of money now, you can't speak to the people beneath you no more. See, I believe in tough love and telling somebody the truth. So Tupac said in the interview Kendrick Lamar did with him, Immortal Man, he said, the time you need to be exerting the most effort into progressing yourself is when you're young, while you still want to lift weights, while you still want to, you know what I'm saying, while you still got the energy. That's the time you need to attack. And I heard that message 7 years ago when I was 19 years old. And I remember where I was. I was in AIT in the Army, in the barracks. I was cutting hair, and I rocked with Kendrick because I was living in Kansas. One of my homies put me on to him. At first, I didn't rock with his music, but then one day I just decided to listen to it. So anyways, I'm hustling in the Army, and I'm cutting hair, and I listened to this message at 19, Tupac, saying I need to exert all my energy and my efforts into getting this money right now. Cause he said that's when you're young, you got the most heat, and you loud, you boisterous, you just ready. You feel me? Ready to take risks. And when I heard that message, it really spoke to me. So I want to speak the same message. Pac said, this is the time to go get it. I tell people, you know, in a weird way, we got it backwards. We were taught, okay, wait till you 30. 30 is when you're going to peak. 40 is when you're going to understand life. This and that, right? And I just thought to myself, nah. these 4 years I'm gonna put in now, it can't be that hard. I know my ABCs, my 1+2, my timetables, you know what I'm saying? So why isn't it that I can't go get it right now? You feel me? Now granted, some people say, okay, you an anomaly, you Aristole, you know what I'm saying? But I tell people straight up, I didn't have no inheritance, I never went to college, and I joined the military at 18. So maybe I am a different breed. I joined the military September 9th, 2014. I'll never forget that day. I flew out of Kansas City, right? Kansas City, MEPS, to South Carolina. I haven't been to South Carolina in a long time. I go to Fort Jackson Basic Training, 18 years old, September. I just graduated in May. So when I'm talking to you, you looking at a man with no excuses, you feel me? So when I speak to somebody, I'm speaking from a stance of no excuses. I'm not speaking to you from no hypothetical, no stuff I didn't do. See what I'm saying? So when I speak to somebody, it's something I've done. So it's possible. Why? Because I'm not Superman. I'm not bulletproof. I'm none of that. I joined the military. I didn't even go to school. It's about educating yourself and putting in traveling. See, wisdoms, you can't get all the wisdom from books. You got to get most of your wisdom from life experiences, believe it or not. So me traveling the world, and I've been traveling since I've been 18, you feel me? Like I traveled, my parents took me on vacation twice. We went to Disney World when I was like a teenager, and we went on a cruise when I was a teenager. Most of it happened when I was a teenager, when I took my first vacation. So I realized that in itself is what's gonna help you understand the world. And the fact that I've been poor before, I've been middle class before, and I've also been rich. So I've seen every aspect in life, from being poor to, you know what I'm saying, like, and understanding how to speak to these people, how they talk, how they think, what's their political views, all that. Then middle class. So and it's crazy because I lived the stages of life throughout life. The first third of my life, so I'm 26, let's just say I'm 24, I'm really 26. The first third of my life, first 8 years, was kind of like poor. You know, my folks ain't really have it like that. The second 8 years of my life, we became middle class. And then after that, I became, I would say, rich. I made my first million at 23. So I'm telling you all this to say, I knew that I had to plan young. So when I hear people saying, oh, you should stay with your parents until you 28, 30 or something like that, figure out life or save a bunch of money and this and that and this and that, that ain't it. Why? Because you gotta experience life. That ain't experiencing life. Being quiet when you're having sex, like having to not even make their own rules in your home, you know, real adult stuff. So people trying to talk about how the Chinese and the this and that do it and this and that, man, everybody ain't doing that, man. These folks living regular lives too. They getting money, they got generational wealth. Everybody ain't doing that. This ain't the Cosby Show. Y'all watch too much Full House and Cosby. Adults ain't supposed to just be living in no house like that. You feel me? Yeah, they might do that in the world and stuff like that. But we talking about America, man. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be no 28-year-old in your parents' house. You supposed to prove, especially if you a man, you supposed to prove to your father you can go hunt. You can go take care of your own family. You can run your own village. That's how the real old days used to be. Men, you know, got to step up. Men was stepping up at early ages too. So it's like, I don't know, man. We live in a very victim society, very victimhood. Feel sorry for me, let me be, this and that, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, I got an opinion on it. You feel me? Just like people got an opinion on me. To most people, I'm just some arrogant, rich 26-year-old who don't know nothing and got lucky, right? But to me, I've been grinding since, you know, really I've been grinding since about 20 years old, like full-blown grinding. So I've been grinding for 6 years. So to me, this took a long time, you feel me? But to others, that it looked like 1 or 2 years. So, yeah, man, like, the excuses. It's just baffling to me. But I told somebody, if you living with your parents, you got no business stepping out in the club. You know what I'm saying? You got no business spending all your money trying to look fly on Instagram. What you spending your money trying to look fly for if you don't got your own place? The essentials, your own car, your own place. Fuck them shoes, fuck them Jordans. Fuck the video game, fuck going to the club, fuck being fresh. You don't deserve to be fresh. And yeah, I said it. If you ain't getting to the bag, you don't deserve to be fresh. You didn't earn it. He who doesn't hustle is not entitled to a pie crumb. It's just the honest truth about life. And, you know, we can live in a kumbaya, feel sorry for me, everybody, this and that. If you got a cell phone, I automatically don't feel sorry for you. You cannot consider yourself stupid if you have a smartphone. You can Google everything. Everybody who has a smartphone, Google something. If you know Google exists, you have no excuses. I don't want to hear it. Anybody in jail, if I say, do you know if Google exists? If you say yes, you can shut the fuck up telling me about your excuses. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you own a smartphone and you're watching this, you have no excuses. You know what to do and you know where the information is. So you know where to go get it. So at the end of the day, that's why I don't give a fuck about people's excuses, because I'm not stupid, and I know you're not stupid. You just play dumb. A lot of people just play dumb to hide behind the shame of the fact that they don't want to get up and try, and that's cool. Money ain't everything, but at the end of the day, it takes money to go and have fun and live and really have a lot of fun in this world. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm not joking. Going overseas, the overseas treatment versus the American treatment is different. When you go to a hotel, you see how when you go to an American hotel, see the butler ain't rushing at you, trying to be nice and this and that. They behind that counter. Next, who's next? Okay, here's your room key, all that. Nah, when you go overseas, how you doing? What do you want? Can I do anything for you? Anything. Yada, yada. I don't know what it is about them folks, but it's like they want you. It's like they care if you care how they feel. It's weird overseas. They're trying to impress you. You gotta have money to go experience something like that. That's what's gonna change your perspective when you travel. And you see that when you pay for something in America and you pay for something over there, you getting it for either cheaper or the treatment is 10 times better. You feel me? So certain stuff in life people gotta experience. Like not going out your state. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. You know, somebody will lie to you. I ain't saying you gotta be a millionaire, but you gotta at least make enough money to experience. Like, I believe a person in America right now can experience life with at least making a $60,000 a year. Can experience a little life, because you can plan and save for that if you live properly. Like a person who make $60,000 in a year, let's say what they making, $5K a month, something like that. So let's just say you making $4 to $5K a month, right? Yeah, they making about $5 a month, right? So cool, you make $60K. You make $5K a month. What you gonna do when you make that $5K a month? Are you gonna lifestyle creep? Are you gonna spend goddamn $4,000 on your lifestyle? Or are you gonna be smart? Are you gonna get a $1,200 apartment? Don't try to live in the city. Take your ass to the, you know, wherever if you can, where it's cheap. So boom, a fourth, what is that? 20% of my income gone. A fifth, $1,200, right? For my apartment. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, I could pay $1,000. Might give me a roommate if I'm really trying to stay down, right? See, the key is to flatline your expenses and accelerate your, you know, your income and your growth. So if I'm getting paid $5K a month, and that's what I really think it really takes to really start getting things going, in my opinion. You could do a $4K too, but $4 to $5K. So cool, so that's $1,000 a week. You really need to make at least $1,000 a week to really get something going. let's just say let's start with $1,000 a week. Cool. Apartment gotta be at least $1,000. My car, shit, gotta handle that. You gotta go cheap. Can't be trying to be the man on the block. If you really want to live this life, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have that going. Now, your bills and all that cable, you don't need it. You gonna be watching YouTube this year, all right? Shit, video games, you might as well not even play them. If you trying to go travel, live this life, actually, you know what I'm saying, have some money to do things. Trust me, you want to see the world. All this, I could be happy just being in America. Nah, no sir. You want to see the world, trust me. Overseas is something you want to see, something you want to experience. It'll change your life, change your perspective. So I'm saying all to say is to live below your means. If you can, live off half of your income. You feel me? But if you can't, if you stuck in the mud, then you need to go and get you a second stream of income and save 100% of that income. So I always tell people, you want to get ahead, you need to get you one stream of income. You need to live 100% off of that stream of income, and you need to be saving money, and you need to have something left over to save every single Monday. Every single Monday, I deposited $100 into an account called Acorn. I started with nothing. Remind you, I started with shit. Of course, I was a barber while I was in the military, but I started with just my money. Everything I have, every single dollar I ever have in my account, starting capital, Aristole, me, 100%. From zero to where I am now. Me, I scaled my money. My family, everything we have came from my starting capital, right? My brains, my blood, my sweat, work, and tears. And guess what I did? I employed my wife after I started making about $20K a month. Told her quit your job. She was 22 years old. My wife has never ever had to work a corporate job. She was a senior in college when I told her to stop working. And I got her pregnant while she was in college. So I done did some shit, you feel me? I said, hey, I can scale this business to $1 million, 6 figures a month. I'm making 20, I'm 20% there. But I see you in college, I know you know them computers, I see you doing your thing, And she was skeptical. She was like, I don't know if I want to, depend on a man yet, stuff like that. But, stuff, normal stuff women would do. But I was like, hey, you pregnant with my child, and for one, I don't want you working anyways. I need you to be sitting down. I need you to be, off your feet, chilling. I gotta go handle this business, because I got a child on the way. But I said, but what you could do is you can quit that job, and you can help me do what I do. And you ain't gotta worry about nothing. If you need your nails done, you need your hair done, whatever you need, I don't care. I'll buy you a new car. Just make sure my money coming in, and make sure the customers answer the customer service. You know how to make a website? No, but I learned. Guess what? My wife went on Google, educated herself, and learned how to make websites. So the website you see, all of them, my wife made. So I'm looking at this woman who's willing to work hard and learn something. She learned how to video edit from YouTube. She edited for the first 2 years all of my content. And she still edits some. Right? Hell, she's teaching me how to edit. So she self-taught herself how to edit for my business. She self-taught herself how to do websites for my business. So who am I to not learn this stock market? Who am I to not learn how to market? Who am I not to learn how to do something if this woman can do it? I'm a man. Aren't we dominant? Aren't we leaders of our household? So I say all that to say the woman you're with will determine what or who you'll become. If she's hardworking, you'll have no choice. If you're a real one, you really about your shit, you really an alpha dog, you have no choice. It's gonna be in you. You gonna figure it out. I've seen niggas who girls was up and they figured it out. Had to. It destroyed them. Couldn't take it. Ate them alive. So you gotta have a girl who on her shit. You gotta have a girl who challenges you mentally. If you really, you know what I'm saying, doing that. But like a lot of guys don't have that. So I see why they single, why they players, why they don't want to fuck with a lot of these girls. Cause if they ain't challenging him or adding to his system, then she's of no value. Being cute is not valuable. I don't know who's telling these young women that all you have to do is have looks and a fat ass, some titties, and this and that, and you're going to secure a man. It does not work like that. Because after that man hits a few times, you are absolutely nothing if you're not valuable to his system in his everyday life. So if I was to tell my daughter something, I would say the only way you're going to secure a man is if you add to his system and you can't be replaced. Other than that, you could kiss all that shit goodbye. It's a pipe dream. He will not give a fuck after about 20 times of hitting. And 20 means like, you know what I'm saying, this shit going down every single day. Every time he hits, the goddamn love meter goes down. And some niggas shit go down about 90% after they hit the first time. So if you smart and you a woman, if he's a basketball player, you need to be making him whatever, a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich every morning, something he can't miss. You need to have his goddamn socks ready, his shorts ready, his shoes ready, his goddamn, his brush if he got waves. You need to have that shit out. Whatever it is, you need to add stupid value to that man. To where you locked him in, it's almost like a spell. You can lock a man in that way. Being submissive and supportive is how you lock men in. Not being standoffish, not trying to, I ain't gonna do this for him. Nah, if you wanna lock a man in, you got to be a strong part of his system. It's the only way you're gonna do it. I don't see any other way a woman could do it, especially in today's time. The way the world is working, that is the only way. Women gotta literally put these niggas under spell. Cause with social media and all this shit going on, man, it's too easy. So it's getting to that point where, you know what I'm saying, there is becoming male privilege in the dating world when it was female privilege mostly. And you can see it, right? But for the sake of family and the sake of black people, we can't raise too many kids in split parent homes. So it's important that someone preaches family. You feel me? Because we can talk about this dating world and this life that we live in and this and that, but as black people, what's gonna happen when everybody screwed up mentally and got split parent homes? Everybody going through drama, don't nobody want to know family no more. What's gonna happen when the family is no longer a family? So we gotta be real careful with what we glamorize. You feel me? Like, even now when I'm listening to the rap music, seeing how much rappers are forced to talk about killing, to the point where it's like, it's becoming almost old. It's like, another kill him, shoot gun, every pistol mentioned in his name ass nigga, in his song. Every single gun, every single this and that, how he gonna spin on another black man. That's what I think about. You really pay close attention, we are glamorizing the death of another black man, someone's baby. Imagine a baby one time, right? Just imagine that man is not an adult. This is a black baby. Just imagine we all born at the same hospital. We all babies. We all looking at each other like we innocent. And then you grow up and all you rap about is killing everybody who was in the hospital with you. You feel me? So, and then the fact that he has brown skin like you, the fact that he's a living, breathing human like you, and all we want to talk about is the destruction of another black man, how we gonna spin, backdoor, rob, all of that to another black man. I know we know that we're doing this, but do we really understand how stupid that looks? That we are the only race talking about this. And then guess what? White people be at the concert rapping our shit, talking about the destruction of ourselves, when they used to stand at the tree and take pictures with a straight ass face and with some smiles with a nigga hanging from a tree. And they're at our concerts rapping the same lyrics of us talking about how we gonna do this and that to each other. They come in and then honestly, I think some of them look at it that way. This is some clown circus shit. This is fun to watch. Look at these people. Real shit. And it's not just them, Chinese, everybody. Everybody looking at us like, damn, like that's how these motherfuckers are dumb. We sitting here, goddamn, making restaurants together. We got Chinatown, and here we got a Chinese restaurant, a Coin Laundry. We got we owning all types of shit around the world. Do you know Chinese people? Guess what? Let me tell y'all something about Chinese people. I've traveled the world. There's a Chinese restaurant in Greece. I eat Chinese food in Greece. I eat Chinese food in Italy. And guess what they have? About 4 or 5, they got a block. Like in New York, they got a Chinatown. Even in Georgia, in Buford Highway, there's a whole section and subdivision where Chinese people have a whole bunch of stores. And they got Chinese restaurants in they even got them in country towns. These folks monopolize in the U.S., sticking together. So of course they looking at us like we fucking stupid and won't come together. Because that's all they do. That's what they built upon. Now, granted, are we getting better? Am I seeing progress? Of course, especially thanks to social media. The new renaissance of the black entrepreneurs who are some of the most the most popular people in my opinion right now. Even the rappers, everybody looks up to us. The culture shifted in literally 2 years, 2020. But guess what? I was doing this since 2018. 2 years, I'm ahead of my time before something even like me was to be something. You know what I'm saying? I was this before it was cool to be this. The way I'm talking, I've been talking like this for a long time. So, I don't know. When I'm telling our black people to get your shit together, get your finances together, because guess what? Finances, it take money to go to war. So we sitting here marching, having our fist up, doing this and that, with no financial backing. There's a reason America will never do shit to Chinese people. Because guess what Chinese people can do? Hey China, America is fucking with us. Stop fucking with them. We don't have a nation to call home to. We can't call Africa and say, hey, they fucking with us. So that's why we're treated the way we're treated. But you know what will happen if we all start getting some money? And I heard one person say, if we all start getting on life insurance, a lot of the killings will stop happening because a lot of black people will get rich. Imagine if all the black people had $1 million policies. They gonna have to police this area now because black people getting rich every time somebody die. Imagine all the gangsters had $1 million policies and all these families was getting goddamn millions of dollars every time we keep offing each other. But no, we doing fish fries for the funerals, we doing this and that. Life insurance don't be costing nothing. We can't even get on one of those. They be costing like $100 a month. I don't know, like some cheap shit. You feel me? If you in the streets, you should be on life insurance. How you thugging, and you say you care about your family, you talk about I can go anytime now, but won't be on life insurance. How you know you gonna die to the ops one day, and you can't be on life insurance? If you know death is calling, you know jail is calling something, help your family out. Pay that $200 a month. Do something. Get you a life insurance policy. Get you some generational wealth. Every black person should be on life insurance for the protection of their family when you're gone. It's that simple. Pay the bill. Why would you not? A lot of shit will stop happening if we all get on life insurance. They're not going to see too many of us get $1 million. You feel me? So, a lot of shit we need to tighten up on. Life insurance, everybody needs to be investing. In my opinion, if I had to keep it 1,000 with y'all, if you want some real game, deposit money into an Acorns account. This app called Acorns. When the market dips, so when the S&P 500, if you look at the stock market, it's the stock ticker SPY. When that shit dips, whenever we have any type of coronavirus, any bullshit virus, all this dip shit they be talking about, it's always something new. Ukraine war, whatever the government gonna come up with to drop the next time the market. That's all that shit does. All this shit do, it's all a game. They drop, you notice some new shit come out every 1.5 years that's bad. Why? To drop the economy real quick. And then the rich get rich, and then they load up, put some more money in, put their profits in, get rich some more. You know what I'm saying? They get rich some more, and that's how it goes. That's how this world is designed. The world is literally ran damn near off the stock market. You're in a simulator, like legit. I'm not even joking. The coronavirus was planned literally to make the market go down and do whatever the fuck they wanted to accomplish with that shit. It's all a plan. Then this next thing, cool, let's do this so we can drop the market again. The market has to keep dropping. It's called a correction. So guess what? The world has to come out with bullshit in order for the market to drop. We're in a simulator, literally. But guess what? I love this simulator because it's allowing me to get rich. It's the best thing the man ever created was the stock market, because I know it's gonna drop one day, and I know I can buy into that drop and then get rich, and then they gonna drop it again off some world news bullshit, and I get rich again. Why wouldn't I do this? It's a fucking game that's gonna continue, that won't ever run out. Why wouldn't you participate in the stock market when this shit is endless everyday money that is literally designed for you to win, but lose for real in a weird way, because they know you're not going to. The easiest way to keep something from a man is to put it in a book. You're not going to educate yourself on how to play it. But guess what I did? I educated myself on how to play it. It's a difference between gambling. When I go to the casino in Vegas, it's a chance I'll win. It's a low chance. See, in the stock market, you got something called high chances of winning. Plenty of them. Why wouldn't I play a game like this, where all I got to do is learn the strategies that are high percentage winning, and I'm going to be a winner? But see, it's more to that. Discipline. The stock market requires discipline to only play those winning strategies. See, a lot of people are very gambler. It's psychology. Everything is human psychology. A lot of people have a gambler's mindset. So they naturally want to flip all of their money when they participate in the stock market. So that's how you lose money, because you're not patient. They say the stock market is just a game for the impatient to pay the patient. Meaning all that money you losing is going to me. You feel me? It's like the people who lose are just pumping money into the market so they can pay me, the people who winning. You get what I'm saying? It's like an endless cycle of people putting in money and people taking out money and then investing. It's so dope. I gotta say, white men are some of the smartest people on earth. I can't lie, give my salute to them motherfuckers, for real. Cause that shit right there is what we needed. Now, where did candlesticks come from? Did you know the things, the little bars you see on the stock market? Candlesticks came from Japanese trying to trade rice. Japanese were using human psychology on when people bought and sold rice with them. And that's what created candlesticks. So the Japanese was trading rice, and the dude was using human psychology to do it. So then the dude named Dow, and it's named after him, the Dow Jones market, came out with the system, the American way. So I thought that was a dope story. Cause damn, these dudes, them Japanese dudes were pretty smart to do that. Don't get me wrong, Africans, we were smart too. There were some people called the Moors. These were the people who came and civilized Europe. So I got to give it to us. We're the ones who actually brought them out of the dark ages. A lot of them didn't know how to bathe. They didn't have irrigation, and they didn't have like actual ways to like educate themselves. And they were short on spices and everything. They weren't resourceful. It was the Moors. You can look it up. Those are the people who came to Europe. It was black people who came and civilized Europe. And we already had kingdoms and shit in Africa, and that's a true story. They're called the Moors. In fact, if you're a Moor to this day, America, they have cards. You can Google it. Whereas if a dude flashes a Moor card, he's to be left alone. Police can't even touch him. Like legit. They can travel anywhere. It's a passport to them. You're considered a part of that society. I don't know how you get in it, but I'm very interested in the Moors, because those are the people who civilized Europe. Black men. In fact, Moor means dark. You look up Moor. It means dark. So you gotta educate yourself in order to understand the world. Like, I'm not insecure about how I look. Some people are. Let me tell you why. Because the way I'm born and the way I look is because of evolution. White people, the reason why they look the way they do is because, for one, it was colder up there, so they naturally had to, by instinct, develop lighter skin. Their eyes are blue because they got less sunlight. You get what I'm saying? And their hair turned long because it's cold out there. So they have to evolve to have longer hair. That's why you're going to see a lot of bearded white men versus black men. Black men not going to have, it's some black men with beards. You're going to see that white men, because they had to stay warm. So they have to have longer hair to protect their neck. Their hair developed to grow long to protect their neck, right? Our hair was developed to curl to protect our head from heating up from the sun. That's why it's very curl and blocky. You can't even see our scalp sometimes, because our hair developed that way to curl to keep us, cool. And our eyes are brown because the sun is so dark. The sun is beaming on us in Africa. So our eyes turn dark. To what? To protect ourselves from the sun. And our skin got darker. Why? Because to protect ourselves from the sun. And why are we athletic? Because we had to hunt and shit in Africa. We had to do athletic things, so we evolved this way. It's all evolution. Chinese people is evolution. How they look, evolution. You notice, like, the people from the southern parts of China, like India, is like south of Asia, so they're darker. Climate, right? So you got to know why people look the way they do. So now, black people, we ain't no slouches. We aren't idiots. We civilize the world. And to this day, we're majestic. The world culture is our culture. The music, all the hip hop has took over the world. The whole culture, hip hop is black culture. And that's why they work hard to destroy it. Because it is the world. Everybody's trying to rap like us, look like us, dress like us, talk like us. So that's why this is a weapon for destruction, because it takes over the world. Little boys want to grow up and be this. They want to be a rapper. They want to be a ball player. Think time's gonna change. Who knows? Little boy might want to grow up and be me. I've heard it. Now, granted, I ain't as famous as these. It's a whole culture built around football and basketball, so I ain't there yet. But I got my little youngsters who want to grow up and be like me. And that's inspiring. Because I'm just being myself. I'm just speaking the real. So I don't know, man. I'm always trying to kick game, make sure the young boys straight, make sure they understand that laziness ain't an option. Feel me? And laziness will never be an option. I'll never understand it. I don't resonate with it. It's not cool under any circumstances. And not educating yourself is not cool. Staying stagnant with your knowledge is not cool. And we can't make it cool. All this, don't tell them to do that. Everybody ain't like this. Everybody can't do this. Everybody can't be smart like you. Do you know what smart is? Do you know I was once dumb too? Let me tell you what smart is. Smart is the willingness to seek the information. You can be smart too if you fucking read and go seek the information. Dumb is ignorance, and ignorance means lack of knowledge by definition. So you're not dumb, you're ignorant as fuck. You lack a lot of knowledge. You don't care to seek how to invest, how to make money, how to be financial literate, how to be anything. Everything is a system that you must research. When it comes down to being a boyfriend, a husband, having sex, even sex needs to be researched. If you want to learn how to do a woman the right way, you must research, not by experience. You might miss something. Yeah, experience, it's a little bit of both, really. It's really a combination of both. Experience and a little research. That's all life takes. Well, a lot of experience and, a lot of research. My fault. Both. A lot of both. And you'll be straight. But all this, everybody can't learn. Everybody ain't smart. That ain't true. You have a brain. You are literally adapted. You are creative. Black people are very, very smart. Think about it. Look at the type of music we make. We make the best music on earth. Creativity. Creativity is a level of smart. It's actually, you know what I'm saying, like the stuff we able to do. The way we able to, when we see white men was playing basketball at first. It was only them in the NBA. Then they allow, and then white, you know what I'm saying? Then they allow black men to come play. Now we doing all this crossover shit, windmill dunking, doing all that. We changed the whole fucking game by putting that black magic in that motherfucker. So we're not idiots. So I hate when people tell me these people aren't this and that, can't do this, blah, blah, blah. It's not us. We're not adapted to be that way. And I won't let us have that mindset, because it's a poor ass excuse mindset. It's fucked up that we want to be some little bitch ass motherfuckers, like a whole bunch of. And it's crazy because it's getting to the point where emasculation of the black man is so normal. You feel me? Like so accepted. And the growth of black people is like non-existent. So of course, who wants to be woke in a time period where we're the weirdos, where we're the closed-minded people for caring about our people? You don't care about people. If you want to emasculate the black man, you don't care about us. And that's another thing. That's hypocritical as fuck. If you think you care about us and you love the emasculation of the black man, you cheer on it. You don't care about us. I don't want to hear anything from you. You're a hypocrite. You feel me? So, because no other race is trying to be emasculated. So why are we allowing us to do it to ourselves? Let me tell you why, and they're using hip-hop to do it. Because why? Like I just said earlier in the podcast, this is the most powerful weapon on earth, hip-hop. Not the most powerful, really, like tanks and guns are. But next to that is hip-hop. Us. Our magic, our majestic ways of entertaining and being creative. But we're more than just entertainers, we're geniuses. And we have to look at ourselves like that. See, I be seeing a lot of black people who want to be everything but black. And we call them the animal that scavengers. Call them that, right? And when I see those people, all I see is a person who does not know thyself, does not know where he comes from, does not know where he's from or what his people are capable of. You feel me? I see a lost person because they don't understand how majestic they are. They don't understand it. And I love how this is also something I love that social media did. It made people accept black hair again. I like the young black men wearing their hair nappy because it's showing they don't give a fuck. They love it. We need to really embrace that part too. I love that we're embracing our blackness. That's the one. I can honestly say we're embracing our blackness more, and also the energy has shifted in the way black men look at each other. Like back in the day, sometimes you couldn't even look at a nigga wrong. Real shit. You looked at somebody wrong, that could start something. Now you can damn near look at any man and say what's up. That in itself is progress. Cause it weren't always like that. And that's a real shit. It was not always like that. I done been to a million cities around America. You know what I'm saying? And not once have I ever ran into a problem where I did like this to a black man and it was a problem. So that in itself is something we should be proud of and give ourselves a pat on the back. I'm also proud of the amount of black businesses being started. I'm proud of that. I know so many black businesses on it now. Maybe I'm biased because I'm from Atlanta. But even anywhere I go, we got black restaurants damn near every city. I think damn near, even the country ones. We got something going on. Black people trying. My folks trying. Everybody got a little business, got a little side hustle, something. And that's making me so proud. It's a renaissance going on right before our eyes. See, I'm an educated black man. See, I can really educate y'all. It was something called the Harlem Renaissance, and it was something called the Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street, where we had communities back in the day as black people. Tulsa had banks. They had a bunch of black inventors, they had everything. They had their own grocery stores, their own everything. And the reason they tore it down is because the black people had their own everything. That's why they tore it down. They bombed it. It's a band called the Gap Band, GAP, and they got this song called "You Dropped the Bomb on Me, Baby." And them boys from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they're talking about how the government dropped bombs on their community. And it's a famous song back in the day, either in the 80s or the 70s. It came out, right? So you gotta know your history. And then we had the Harlem Renaissance, and that's Harlem, New York, where a bunch of black people moved to New York. That's why the Harlem community to this day is predominantly black, but then they said it's getting gentrified from what I heard. I've never been there though. But Harlem is where black people are from in New York. Not all the time, but you know what I'm saying, where they be at, right? And they had the Harlem Renaissance where people were getting their shit together. So we this is the newest Renaissance. They say history repeats itself. Didn't they? Didn't they say that? History repeats itself. We having a black Renaissance right now, right before our eyes. Black people are starting businesses. Black people are getting their shit together. Black people are loving each other. Black people, there's a lot of black men who now love black women all of a sudden again. I love it. Why? Because look on social media, all you see is a bunch of beautiful black women. It's all you see, shaking their ass, showing their little pretty skin in the sunlight, showing their eyes in the sun, all that shit. We loving it. With their braids and they afros, all that shit. Now I'm married, but you know, goddamn, I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like from the love, a perspective of us loving each other. I love that shit. And I also want to say that as black people, we have what is called black privilege on social media, where we have we got the right to reach out to our kings and queens, meaning like, you can reach out to me for a favor. And to be honest, I don't see too many people being able to go to. I don't see an Indian man who's poor who can go talk to their king. I don't see a Hispanic like that who can go talk to goddamn, what's his name, Pitbull and goddamn Bad Bunny. But I'm pretty sure we can somehow get attached to Nicki Minaj or Rick Ross or somebody. I don't think goddamn just the average white boy can just DM Billy Ray Cyrus or whoever the fuck is famous as white and say, hey, can I get a favor? Can you do this for me? So you have black privilege, and it's on social media. You're the only people who can reach out to our kings and queens. So and you know who knows. This time period might not last long, so take advantage now. Get connected now. Start networking now, because this is a time period where you can. So love yourself, black people. Love who you are. Love your complexion. Love your hair. Love the magic. Love the aura you possess. Get more in touch with your African ancestors and learn what they did before slavery, because that is you. All right, and I do feel like a lot of us live in post-slavery. And when you start getting connected with before slavery, that is when you know thyself. See, black history is not enough. Learning who MLK, Jesse Jackson, learning who all the black pioneers, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Sebi, all of the new stuff is cool. Yes, it is. Learn about these people. Whoever you want to, Garrett Morgan, the one who invented the traffic light, Charles Drew, the one who invented the blood transfusion. We did some things. We invented the thing in the light bulb. I think it was Lewis Lattimore, black inventor. You see how I didn't mention George Washington Carver. But see, you got to know more than just the Marcus Garvey, the Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X, the Huey P. Newton, the Black Panthers, everybody. You got to know about these people, cool, but you got to know thyself before that. We got to go past that. We're still stuck on post-slavery and where we are in the 70s and 60s, and it's more to us than that. When you start knowing thyself, that's when you become very, very powerful. Because you might not know you were the king or a queen back in the day, or you was living in a kingdom back in the day, or you might be a descendant of Moors, people who civilized the world, people who went into Europe and taught these people how to do all of these things, how to actually have irrigation, running water, and education, and how to bathe, all of that, right? You know thyself, that is when you become powerful as a spiritual black man, all right? Christianity, there's far more to us than Christianity, black people. And I believe God, the Most High, wanted me to tell y'all that. Real shit. And I put that on everything, and I feel that in my soul. The Most High sent me a message. And, you know what I'm saying, he told me to tell those people that there's more to me than this. He told a lot of people that, not just me. Go watch The Hidden Colors. Go read about yourself. Go listen to Malcolm X speeches. Go listen to all of our speeches. Dick Gregory. Go listen to these people. Open your eyes. It's the late night special. And it's your boy Aristole. R with the RAR. R with the Rolly. R with the AP. R with the vet with a vet. And I'm out.